Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Exit 45 here with Hope again. Last time till she starts school, so we get her for today.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something a little bit different today. We want to give you a tour. I'm sure through some of those videos you guys have seen several different vehicles sitting here in the yard. So what we're going to do is just walk you through each vehicle, show you what it is, what we're going to be doing to it. Maybe about when we're going to get there. So let's get going. So first vehicle we're going to look at is a 97 Jeep Wrangler. I did this for my daughter. Me and my daughter did this together. And you can kind of get a good look at this thing. Now, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. I want you to notice some things. If you look here, you can kind of see that, this back corner is a little bit dinged up and kind of rough. Then you kind of come, you can kind of come around and see, this side. You can kind of see how it's a little rough down there, and in some places, that's how she wanted it. This Jeep came that way, and she didn't want me to make this thing pristine and go through all the body work. She really wanted some of the character and age of this thing to kind of show. This Jeep had a complete frame off restoration. Let me get on here. I don't know if you can see or not. There we go. We had we got the dash all done and cleaned up and repainted. Seats are a little rough. We're going to work on that later. But really turned out nice. We both had a great time working on this thing. It probably took us, I want to say 8 months to get this thing done, but came out pretty good. One of our future plans on this, and that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. So let's go look at our next vehicle. But before we do, let's consult the great and wise Hope. What do you think, Hope?
I think it looks very nice. I don't know.
You like it?
Do you have any questions?
I mean, what do you think? I mean, does it match Morgan, my daughter?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
It
Okay.
definitely matches her.
All right. Well, thank you for your infinite wisdom.
Yep.
All right. We're going to go down to the next vehicle, and we're going to explain how this vehicle actually ties into this Jeep. All right. This is my 63 C10. This is kind of my first vehicle that I really wanted to restore. And I bought it a long time ago, a few years ago, and it's been sitting because I kind of get talked into these other vehicles first. But I am getting to this. But here's what we're going to do, and this is how this ties to that Jeep. Okay. So this engine, this is all original. Everything on this truck is factory original, just like it came. Nothing's been changed on it. Nothing's been tried to be restored. Nobody's been into the engine, souping it up or anything. Everything is original. It's what I loved about this truck, even though I'm not going to keep it original. I'm going to be doing some other things. But this engine right now currently is locked up. I've been soaking it for months, and it's still locked up. But I'm going to get this thing running, and that is coming to the channel. So I'm going to be doing a will it run and drive on this, probably within the next month or two. I've already got everything I need. I went and bought a bunch of, different parts that I'll need, wires, plugs, the whole thing. And we're going to do a will it run and get this thing running, get it on the road if it will. But that engine is going into that Jeep. So this is going to come out and go into the Jeep. We're really kind of looking forward to that. It's going to double the horsepower of the Jeep. The Jeep right now is very underpowered, as they tend to be. But with that said, that's kind of, you know, so let's do a quick tour on this thing. I mean, it's every bit of your classic 63. You know, it's going to have little minor stuff, but for the most part, this thing's in great shape. There's very little rust. You can kind of see your typical rust in these areas that'll have to be fixed and repaired, but that's simple to fix. Everything's in great shape. There's rockers are just, I mean, look at that. The floor, every bit of this is in just great shape. You know, seat, not so much. But everything else is just in really good shape. And I love this truck. And I can't wait to get on it. But that's coming. There's my box of goodies to get the engine going. So you can kind of see there's just nothing really wrong with this thing. It's in such good shape. Then you got to look down here. This is the long bed version, and I'm going to show you another truck. There's a whole lot of swapping going to be happening with these vehicles. So, all right, let's go down, look at the other side. Kind of see the front there. A little bit of you know, right here with the bumper. No big deal. But again, you just look down the side of this thing. It's just in great shape. Got an old toolbox in it. That'll come out. I'm not going to keep that in there. All the bedwood's gone. But it's time for Hope's opinion. What do you think of this truck?
I like it. I like the color of the truck, and it looks like on the inside it looks really good. Even though the seats need some repair, it looks really good.
Okay. You like the body style? You like how these old trucks look?
Mm-hmm. It looks really good.
Yeah. Okay. So, as always, we appreciate her infinite wisdom. All right. So that's the 63. However, that's not the end of the story, because just about every vehicle I have on the lot ties to this 63. So it ties to the Jeep because the engine in it is going to the Jeep. It also ties to this 65. That 63 over here is a long bed. And I'm looking for a short bed. So I now have a short bed frame that I can put that truck on. And then I'm going to swap all this over to the long bed frame. You can see the cab's in really good shape. It's got some rust in it, but it's not terrible. All of it's very fixable, or, you know, just make a really good rat rod. And, you know, that's kind of something you guys can help me out with. What do you want me to do with this truck? I mean, I've got somebody right now that's, you know, interested in the cab, and they're supposed to be coming to get it, but they haven't. It's been a while. So I'm kind of assuming this cab isn't going anywhere. So if it doesn't, and I end up keeping this cab, what should I do with this truck? I mean, should I just make this kind of a quick and fun rat rod build? You let me know. But anyways, that frame goes on that truck, or that truck goes on that frame, I guess, probably the better way to say it. All right, now let's look at this one. Now this thing here is, I don't know. I mean, it's almost fully restored as it is. I mean, just look at the thing. I mean, it's got the rare factory option of one light that works. It's got the optional, this is a rare option, where you have a vent to help cool the engine. So you got that. I mean, this thing here is just about fully restored. But this here is a, well, see, now the door won't even open. I don't know. I'm going to hand the camera over here. Let's see if we can get this thing going. There we go. All right, let's give you the tour inside, and you're going to see there's not really much that needs to be done to this to kind of get it back on the road. I mean, this just, you know, not much. This thing here, like I said, is almost completely restored. Well, you know, we'll get that later. Never mind that. But look at this thing. I mean, it is just screaming 80s glory. Anyway, we'll finish the tour around this thing, but 84, kind of your run-of-the-mill, typical Corvette. In the 80s, they're garbage. You know, they just fell apart. You know, you can buy them a dime a dozen now. And that's what I did. I bought this thing for $600. It runs and drives, or it used to. But the engine in this and the suspension is going in my C10. So that's why this is here. I have no interest in restoring this, getting it back on the road. This thing here is purely a feeder car for my 63. So that's going to be a really fun project when I get going on my 63, and I'm going to start on that frame. We're going to strip this thing down, and we're going to get all of this on that. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be a little while, but that's where this one's at. So once again, you know, I just wonder, why am I making a mistake? Should I just leave this thing, you know, since it's so close to being restored, or should I strip it out? I don't know. You guys let me know. Anyway, well, that's kind of the rundown. I do have one more vehicle I'm going to run over here and show you, and it's sitting next to my 63. This is, I want to say it's a 92 Saab. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere right there, somewhere in like a 92. And this Saab's in relatively good shape. There's no rust at all. The car is solid. You know, it's got some fading on the paint. This is kind of a special car in the family. My mother-in-law drove this a long time. Before that, it was her brother's. And her brother had passed away. So it kind of became like a really special car to her. And so she really just kept driving this thing and, you know, kept it on the road. And she just, you know, couldn't keep doing that. And so, you know, I talked to her about it. What did she want to do with it? And she agreed. She'd like to see it go to a home, somebody who maybe will take care of it. So I told her I'd get it going, and we'd move it along to somebody who's, you know, looking for a nice Saab that, you know, to fix up. This is a great project car for somebody who really likes these cars. It's a well optioned, you know, leather and everything, but you know, it needs work. And let's see if we can't get inside. We'll show you the inside of this thing. So really the driver's seat's kind of the weak spot. There's no headliner left. The dash is starting to kind of peel up in areas, but again, these are all minor things that can be fixed. You know, but I mean, all in all, this thing's such a solid car for somebody who's looking for a, you know, a project car that's like this. Now this one here did not come to me running. This one here came to me not running. So and mainly just from sitting for so long. And so I towed it here. Now the issue that we got with this one is I can't get the key to turn. So I had to kind of work this to get it on the trailer and get it here. And it's been sitting here now for, I don't know, a little over a year. But I'm going to do a video series on this one as well for Will It Run, since I haven't had time to really work on that. So I'm going to get out here, try to get this thing up and running, back on the road. What do you think, Hope?
It reminds me of like a detective's car in a TV show.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. It looks like a really nice car.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think about the Vette?
Reminds me. Okay. It reminds me of like a race car movie. It reminds me of a car I'd seen in a race car movie. Like, is Fast and Furious a race car movie? I've never seen Fast and Furious. I've heard it's stupid.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I won't.
All 18 or 19 or 20 of them.
There's 20?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Why?
I don't know. They're all the same, I think.
It's weird.
Anyway. All right. So, I mean, that's kind of the tour of the cars. All right. Now we're over at Hope's house. And we're going to show you the last vehicle that I have for the project for the channel. But in this case, it's not in my yard. So here we go. There it is. Look at that beauty. Look at that. What a piece of junk. But look at that tire. That happened while we were towing this thing home. That was fun. Look at how good a shape the top's in. So it needs a little bit of work. Not much, just a little. As you can see, it's become a garbage hauler. But pretty much needs a lot of work. I think everything in here on this thing needs some sort of work. We got all this, you know, yeah. Nothing major. All this is all, it's an expert paint job for sure. But she's got big plans for this. We're going to tear it all the way down. We're going to strip it down to the frame, pull the body off the frame. And we're going to do all those things just like I normally do. And like I did with the first Volkswagen I did. So we're going to make this a pretty nice vehicle. We got some rims for here. So it would be like the GT rims or sport rims that came with these things. We got those. We're going to do a will it run on this because this thing is not running. But it should. So we're gonna work on this and see if we can't get this thing going before we actually tear it apart. But we'll do that, I don't know, probably here in the next month or so. So, all right, so now's the fun part. Let's find out what our expert person here thinks of this thing.
Punch buggy, no punch back.
Punch buggy, you can't do that, it's not driving.
That's a rule? That's a rule?
It's a rule.
Oh.
It has to be driving, and you have to be driving. She don't know the rules.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Well, what do you think about it?
But other than that,
You like the color, don't you?
Orange is not my favorite color.
I mean, so what should we call it? The Orange Crush?
What? Oh, okay.
Okay.
But,
the Orange Crush, even though it's not going to be orange when we're done.
Yeah, I think this,
we'll call it that for now.
I think this car will be perfect
Yeah?
for my mom. I think it'll be a perfect car. Also,
Yep.
It is not a trash area.
It is a trash area. It's got garbage on it. All right. Well, once again, we thank you guys. Appreciate everything. Like, subscribe, share. Help us get this channel going. And we got a few big things coming, and we'll let you know those here in a few weeks. All right. Thanks. Bye.